The project addresses the coexistence between ecology and community in suburban areas. Seafood, the coastal suburb of Melbourne, faces threats to its wetlands and native vegetation due to rapid suburbanization. The project focused on the Australian bittern, a wetland-dependent bird at risk from habitat loss, vehicle collisions, and peat disturbance. With population growth, land use has changed, public space has decreased, and wetlands and vegetation have become fragmented. The government's land planning process faces challenges due to conflicts among residents, developments, and ecological protection agencies requiring trade-offs and compromise. By analyzing distribution maps and canal density, identify two endangered species on the site, the Australian bittern and the large river buttercup. Suburban development threats the bittern, an endangered water bird that depends on wetlands for survival. It requires shallow wetlands with reeds for breeding and foraging. Suburbanization destroys its habitat. As a top predator, the bittern plays a key role in the ecosystems, but it's especially valuable to suburbanization due to its inflexible habitats such as moving slowly and predictable along vegetation. Suburbanization has fragmented seafood ecosystems, routes and resistance divided wetlands, blocking bittern movement paths. For example, in the southern coal area, bittern travel 1 to 2 km daily for foraging. This graph is based on reference data from other sites and further speculates that it's determined by the coal land-based habitat within wetlands. The analysis reveals that the planning indicators are overall idealistic as they ignore the site context and the specific conditions, making for implementation challenges. From the landscape design perspective, improvements are needed. This diagram and earlier context show that the government's policy of sowing of wetlands doesn't meet the bittern's daily activity needs. Conflicts arise with four surrounding stakeholders, with the greatest conflict being with the residential areas. However, new streetscape design has bitten corridors vary due to conflicts among stakeholders. By integrating design studies that consider both pedestrian rules and bittern movement needs, these conflicts can be resolved, creating a context-specific streetscape. I have identified key areas for ecological restoration that align with the most frequently used rules of the southern coal areas bittern as shown in the map. I drew inspiration from England's Revive My Street project to transform streets into wildlife corridors. However, methods such as converting gardens are too rigid and lack natural elements. The local environment differs significantly from seafood, which has key ecological patterns. The community is divided into 5 zones that extend outward from the wetland core. Considering the site context and the buffers, horizontal length, a phased approach addresses public and private interests. The overall planning focuses on the bittern's survival habitats, guiding the design of plantings, ecological-based transformation, and habitat connection through corridors to promote coexistence between bitterns and residents. Several key issues arise in the community. Vehicle traffic during night commutes overlaps with bitterns' foraging times, peat disrupting safe breeding, particularly in summer. Recreational activities cause noise and light pollution. Planting 2 to 3 meter tall aerifolia in the warning area to create a visual barrier. During the breeding period, its dense leaves provide shade and its flowers attract insects, supporting the bittern's food chain. The guidance area uses small wetland and low-growing corals to steer bitterns away from roots, reducing collision risks at dusk. It provides ground cover to protect birds from cats. During the non-breeding season, when vegetation is sparse, offer more usable space for residents. Bitterns in the long street are more valuable to peat and vehicle attacks, so they are guided to fly quickly. Navigation area have 2 to 3 meter wooden stakes to guide low-altitude flight, with shallow ponds and junkets providing self-landing spots. Front yard gardens maintain a similar planting semester for continuous food sources. The convert zone uses aquifers and tavern to create a microclimate with elevated walkways and bird watching platforms to minimize human disturbance. During the rainy season, the small wetland stores and directs water toward wetland, while in dry periods they may dry up. The quarantine zone keeps wetlands out, preserving the community dog part and balancing ecological and social needs. The main focus of exploration in application context of the ecological matrix model, where suburban streets extend from coal plots. The second step involves exploring the need to build not just one but all corridors, enabling other suburban areas to function. It also considers the impact on non-street suburban areas. More dynamic design texts are needed to clearly define the requirements for plant growth times, maintenance management, and so on, providing a definitely design direction aligned with seafood residents living habitats in a suburban context. By transforming the ecological matrix, the seafood project protects patterns and improves community quality of life. This model can guide other suburbs in balancing development and ecological. Thank you.